Hey, what's up? Hold on one second. Hey, how are you? That's a little better. I'm starting to look really old. I'm salt and pepper. But anyways, hope everyone's doing well. I just wanted to give you a little bit of an update. I mean, obviously this trip is still a ways away. Doing planning, basically trying to understand how long it's going to take us, how long each, individual leg will take us. I believe there's about 50 something legs. I think I've done about 14 legs, the first 14 legs, which covers about 700 miles. That basically covers the desert section. I'm basically working out each section, roughly how much miles we'll hike each day, and how long each section might take, and then where we might take a zero. Like, yes, we'll need to resupply, but we need to run some errands, and maybe we just need a town day. And so the trail starts down here near the border of Mexico and California and goes up around California, probably goes to about there. Then you have a little bit of Oregon and a little bit of Washington. But all of this is 6 months. So I'll show you what I'm doing. So I basically wanted to go over what would be our start date. How does it work? So the PCT has 2 days where you can basically go online and pick your start date. Some people say that the best start date is the end of April because the desert is warm, but it doesn't have a lot of freezing nights. You're not going to hit some snow in some of the early mountains. And then it gives you enough time that by the time you get to Kennedy Meadows and you're about to get into the Sierra Mountains, your ideal date is maybe you get up there June 15th. The snow has melted a little bit, so it's not as dangerous, but the rivers aren't flowing super high that you can cross. So our goal is, starting early, giving ourselves more of a buffer. And that starting early, some people start in, second week of March, third week of March, but we're going to go for something like April 1st. And then still having the goal to get to June 15th for Kennedy Meadows. Okay, so I went to the dollar store, and even though those are 2021, I'm just using them as, starting on April 1st. So I got April, I got May's done, halfway to June, and then I got the rest of the months over there. So basically this is April, kind of shows like our start date, April 1st, and each section and how far we'll hike each day, any little major points that we'll stop at. Anything that's sort of a yellow is sort of like a town day, like a zero or a Nero. To give you an example, we got Idlewild. So when we get to Idlewild, we'll take a double zero. Maybe we'll get a hotel one night here. Basically, sometimes, you get into little trail families as you're going, and you can get into a room, 4 people to a room, 2 double beds, $25 a person. So far, I've basically done 2.5 months. And to show you on the map, if this is the map, so here's the trail starting in Mexico. So really the first month is only getting up to here, getting up to Big Bear, 266 miles. May is basically getting to Tehachapi. So it's getting up to here, Tehachapi. Okay, and that's 2 months. And this is like a 6-month trip, right? So if it's this, it's like we're gonna have to pick up the pace. So if we're at Tehachapi at the end of May, then we're just gonna get up to Kennedy Meadows, basically around here, because we'll be getting ready to get into the Sierra Mountains, where the Sierra Nevada mountains is basically this range here. And that's where you get into elevations of like 10,000, 11, 13,000 feet above sea level. The last thing is thank you to everyone that's helping support us on Patreon. This is a scary trip to plan. I think we're on target that we'll meet our goal. Hopefully nothing crazy happens within our lives. To get our goal, I think we have about $3,400 saved already. To get our goal, we basically have to put away around $16.70 each day. You know, I'm making Chantal put in $100 a month. It's just a little bit shy of that, and then I'm doing some extra stuff, any little odd jobs that I can find. Obviously, by planning out how long it's going to take us will help, but definitely really appreciate it. Chantal does too. Obviously, some of the tiers in our Patreon is for Chantal, like helping her with her sleeping bag, because that's like about $700 Canadian, and her shoes, she's getting 4 pairs of shoes. Obviously, that's how much she'll need, so that kind of helps out her. We're gonna try to start making some videos. Obviously, this is like a cheesy little homemade job. It's like I don't want to post too much because I don't want to spam you with emails. I think once a month is good, but you're going to start to see more stuff on the blog that kind of explains the trip, and even like little sections and little side trips or mountains that we're going to summit along the way. Happy Thanksgiving. It's going to be rolling around soon. The thank you cards for Patreon were like slow to go out. The reason is I ordered some of these like little metal things that go on your keychain. So it's things that you can like push an ATM button, or you can even like grab a door and pull it open. And so everyone's going to get one of these because everyone's sort of jumping on the boat early, and we really appreciate it. So have a great month, and we will do another follow-up at the end of October. Cheers.